Well, I think what's happened is a weird sort of perfect storm of entertainment designed as journalism, which has a bias towards conflict, and so we end up getting sort of distracted by the fights. And media, by the way, is chief sort of catalyst in that. So I don't take pride necessarily in that, but that's where we are. So I think there's the horse race journalism, and then there's such a fear to be labeled as biased one way or the other that many journalists sort of preemptively try to give a fair sort of fake false equivalency to the other side just to sort of preempt any criticism that they have bias one way or the other, and that does a real disservice to the truth. For example, um, there was an example where reporters were barking questions to President Trump that he was ignoring about John McCain. And there were people that were honestly saying, like, well, we don't know that he was ignoring him. Like, the guy was barking at him from 6 feet away, and you could hear it plain as day. Of course he was ignoring them. So I think it's okay to call it like you see it. There is no bias. Facts and truth have no bias. We should be honest. And by the way, that doesn't only mean to set one agenda. I think we would do well to sort of call out absurdity and hypocrisies on both sides of the aisle. It just seems that the current media landscape is so afraid to be criticized as being left-leaning that it in fact has sort of this sort of bias in its DNA to give a more fair shake to unfair criticisms with people who aren't really playing by rules. They're playing dirty.